Hello, hello! I'm the official name raider. My job is to look through the first page of Google, review the nicknames provided by the internet, and then give my recommendations at the end. Today, we're looking at, well, a situation that I actually didn't plan for, and I'm grateful Chaotic pointed out. This is the introduction of the fusion Pokemon, Kyurem. And this wasn't really something I had come planned for, and I'm basically trying to figure this out as I go along. So we're going to look through regular Kyurem nicknames, and then I'm going to look through Kyurem Black and Kyurem White. And how those results go is basically going to determine what I do with the footage. I have not recorded Reshiram or Zekrom yet, so maybe I'll keep them in this video and then put at the end of Reshiram and Zekrom as well. Maybe I'll just move them to Reshiram and Zekrom. It really depends on the search results. But here, I'm mostly just going to be Googling shit, looking through, and seeing what fits. But for the moment, let's focus purely on just Kyurem the way it is. Now, I know I've seen this nickname a lot, and usually I ignore it, but I decided to Google it just to see. And I mean, they came up with this image, and apparently Bahamut's the fish. And this is just something else on its own. So, I mean, I guess it can, when it comes to dragons, be specifically attributed to Final Fantasy. I don't know. I thought it was some sort of mythical dragon thing, and that was kind of why I ignored it in the past, but it's a fish. Today on the Plagiarism Raider, let's go over things in alphabetical order. Glacigan. No. Drafriza was also on Pokemon.net, but apparently that's 2018. So I don't know why someone would copy this bullshit and do it unless he maybe went to Pokemon.net himself and submitted it. I doubt that too, but they're both pretty terrible names. Icebreaker is also a terrible name. And then my personal favorite, Bone Chill. You want to see what a Bone Chill looks like? Cool. I have this written down already. I had this planned already. Thank you. I have also played Super Paper Mario. The difference is I give credit to Super Paper Mario and don't pretend I made it up myself. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of really don't want to highlight this just because everything around it is terrible, but Sub-Zero is just a generic ice type name we see all the time. I don't personally use it. Blah. Cold Fusion is another one I've seen in the past. I'm positive it wasn't from this thread because it wasn't clicked on before, but I do remember seeing it in the past and being like, oh my god, that's fucking brilliant because it perfectly describes Kyurem and its unique attributes. Ice type dragon and cold fusion in the sense that, well, it fuses with Zekrom and Reshiram. That's awesome as fuck, so big fan of that nickname. I gotta be real, this entire episode has been way more underwhelming than I expected. The only one really on here that's worth acknowledging, I guess, is just Tundra. That's just generic ice type nickname we see all the time. Positive we've seen Smog in the past for usual other dragon type Pokemon, just moving on. Dry Ice is at least something different. But that's it. We've reached the bottom as far as regular Kyurem. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. And, I mean, that was kind of a disappointment. But I'm going to take a look and see what happens when I type in Kyurem White and then Kyurem Black and see how it goes. One last thing, forgot to mention, spreadsheet's empty. So, typing Kyurem White actually didn't change anything. All it did was bring back some interesting little threads to be for people that are like, hey, what do you think it's going to be like? Because this is the first time a Pokemon was fused. And it's just kind of fun to look back and be like, oh wow, it's interesting to see what people speculated because this was such a new idea at the time. We'll try Kyurem Black, but again, I have zero expectations at this point. I feel like this is meant to be a typo. And more importantly, I feel like it should probably be for Reshiram or Kyurem White, considering Rathalos breathes the fire. But I'm assuming it's talking about Monster Hunter, and the only reason I know about that is because they put the stupid dragon in Smash Brothers. Thanks to the new and improved character limit, Luster Dragon will fit. I think of the Yu-Gi-Oh card. I assume that's what they're going for. I'm half and half on the nickname. It wasn't something I initially wrote down when I was going through my cards back in the day, so I don't know. But it's an idea, I guess. Frostbite, this is a generic ice type nickname we see all the time. I think it's specifically better for Kyurem Black or White? No, just Kyurem. Black Ice is a good name that actually fits Kyurem Black in particular. Okay, so typing in Kyurem Black actually wielded a bit of different results, but I don't feel like most of it. I think there was like maybe one or two that actually fit Kyurem Black, while the others either fit Kyurem all the way or Zekrom all the way. And I will edit and adjust those and put them in the respective videos appropriately, but I think based off of this, we're not going to have, and I know obviously this has already happened for you guys, but I'm not going to need to put anything really into Reshiram or Zekrom. I mean, I'll take like a nickname or two and throw it in the Zekrom episode. Yeah, so we looked, we found some stuff, and it was interesting and all that. The ones that I felt were worth highlighting were basically just the ones I already had written down, which was Bone Chill, based off of Super Paper Mario, not what the Tumblr idiot came up with. Cold Fusion, which I really, really liked. And then I also had written down, you guys probably know this thematic now, after the dragons from Breath of the Wild. So Nadra would be for Kyurem, and then Farash for Zekrom, and Dinral for Reshiram. And I think those ones are going to fit best. I don't remember how I came up with it. It was probably just because I literally see those nicknames all the time. So I was just like, oh, these three dragons fit it best. So that's probably where it came from. Comment suggestions. I don't Dragon Quest. If you do, let me know if it's any good. I'm going to trust Chaotic. He's giving me no reason not to trust him. So there you go. And I also think this is interesting because the other comment suggestion, both of them go to grayscale. And I mean, it makes sense. But it's also just kind of funny to look at that. But I'm okay with both nicknames. They're alright. Nothing extra to say. I do think it's funny. Do we ever actually get any evidence on Pokemon Gray? Did that ever actually exist? Because apparently the thing about Pokemon Stars was supposed to exist, but didn't come out. But did Gray ever have any evidence? Anyway, comments. Any other ideas? Write in the comments below. Give a thumbs up to the ones you think are good. I don't personally nickname legendaries, but out of them all, my favorite is going to be Cold Fusion. So there you go. If you have a thematic, feel free to include that. Because, I mean, I feel like the dragons would be a pretty good and easy way to do it. If you have anything specific for Kyurem White or Kyurem Black, put those in the comments below too. Just make sure you specify, hey, this works best with this.